Hey everyone, this is Boris. I think I shouldn't have done this, not a good idea, but I just wanted to try to record myself on my phone for the video, and at the same time, I wanted to share my screen of me just drawing. So let's see if this works, and if I'm able to match and edit it back together. So today, I just wanted to draw a face for like a shadow study. So I'm just going to talk over and then just start drawing. Just select the pencil. So just quickly, I guess I think I said it in my previous video. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Um, I bought the XP Artist 12, which is now connected to my laptop, and then I have my smartphone here, which is recording the video. And I'm using, I forgot the name of the software. I'll do another video about how I share my screen, but you can find like really good if you just type screen recording softwares, you'll find many. So when it comes to drawing faces, I'm still figuring out like what I would um, use. But actually, the basics is that you need to understand that um, there will be like vertical lines and horizontal lines. Like everything will be on different points, axis. So, for example, if I were to draw this face, which is in profile, um, I would just draw the line that will be on the middle of the forehead. It sort of goes here, and then you have, and then I'll take it from here and then maybe get the nose. And then go down. Not drawing every line, just important lines that I need to represent. I'm just using this for a shadow study, but if I get the likeness, that's good too. But when it comes to like, this is something that I'm still working on, which means like getting the likeness of um, from using a reference. If I can get that, that would be great. But let's see. So already I can see the mistakes. First of all, the nose comes a little bit forward, and I like this part, figuring out the drawing. I'm just going really quick just for the sake of um, like showing, but um, but normally I think I would spend more time. You have to understand that the eye is a ball here inside, right? So you just see this area on the side. And also what I don't want is that, actually I think it's already, um, I don't want her to look angry because she's not angry. So again, I'm only a cartoonist. I'm not a caricaturist or a that's my excuse. So yeah, and as I'm drawing, like it, I'm just seeing where this drawing takes me in terms of the painting process. Like where am I going to put the shadows? Uh, exercise. I mean, if I can do it on real time, I would love to do all the videos on real time, but I don't know if really people like that. So if you guys really love like drawings on real time, seeing every step of the process, please let me know. Because yeah, I do like that sometimes. Or like here, like sometimes I just like to have a video where um, someone is drawing, so that it actually motivates me to draw. Right? So just to make sure that the symmetry is correct, I'll just flip it. I think it's okay. I still feel like yeah, she's angry for her. There you go. I want to take as much information as possible from the reference picture, but I don't want to be a complete slave to it. But I think yeah, that's for line work. Um, so now, again, I'm also learning this. So um, Sorry about the noise. I don't know if you can hear every noise, like the tap on the screen. And so what I'll say is, I'll just go first and then like put in what I will call the middle tone. So for me the middle tone will be here. So I really love this brush, and unfortunately I don't know the name because it's in Japanese. So if any of you can read Japanese, you can maybe tell me the name. So I'll just put in I'll even go over a little bit. This is usually how I do it. And then I'll come back in with dark shadows or core shadows, and then highlights. I'm just covering everything. So again, I'm going to be also talking about other topics. So now currently I'm working on like a video playlist that I want to do about, and this is sort of an experiment for myself as well as or want it to be informative for other artists. Is that because I think if you just want to learn art for just like to have another skill and just to as a hobby, that's great, and I think that's what most people do. But then like there are people who actually want to they want to monetize their art, so they want to make money from the art, which is great. I think there's nothing wrong about that. So I'll try to make some sort of vlog or yeah, like a series of videos, vlogs where I just go through like things that I try to make money from art. You have to remember that I am attracted towards like comic book style illustrations, like pin-up art and comic strips, like cartoon style, animation style drawings. And actually, that's part of it, because like a lot of people love drawing, but actually you have to decide what you want to do. Like one of the mistakes, and again, this I'm already revealing some of the content that I want to share there, which is um, uh, um, like for example, if you take freelance and you want to find customers, you have to you have to have a portfolio. Like you have to build a body of work. So in order to do that, you have to limit yourself. You have to say, okay, this is what I wanna, this is what I'm good at, this is what I love doing, because whatever you put on portfolio should be what you love doing. Because if the customer or the potential customer sees your portfolio and then says, oh, I like this, like can you can you draw this for me for my website or for my company or for my, like, can you create a character in this style and so on. And then if you end up putting an illustration that you just, sometimes it happens when you're drawing, you do things because you really absolutely love something, but you also sometimes experiment, which is really fine. But not every drawing has to be on your portfolio, especially like experiments. You can do that, like for example now I'm doing like on YouTube. um, so I'm just going in and putting the dark, what I call dark shadow. So for the hair I have another idea that I'll use another like a brush to sort of create that sort of kind of hair strands, the look of hair. But for the moment I'm just going in and then just putting roughly the shadows as I see them fit. So, like if you were to do this by yourself, because now I'm just looking at the reference to do this, to place the shadows. But of course, like if you're drawing a comic book, you don't you can have a reference picture, but not maybe necessarily within the lighting or the pose that you have imagined for your story or the writer has imagined for the story. So, and you need to understand the planes of um, the face. So, and for this, I personally love the Azaro head, which I've discovered from other channels. You have to understand that I'm a huge fan of other channels like Proco, or I even watch Cesar Santos, even if he's like a traditional like a painter. But one day I want to do that, like even though I'm not doing it now, and that's what I'm looking forward to, like like that's where I want to grow as an artist, like one day be able to do that, and that's totally fine. So uh, I feel like I could have even darkened it a little bit. So the thing with this watercolor brush is that it works like watercolor. So for example, if I can put one layer and then I could put another one, it becomes darker, and then it keeps like, so I can add like layer upon layer to make it darker. So I'll just go back in and then just darken it up. I'm just going by, and this and to be honest, like I think I've maybe said this before. I've taught myself how to paint digitally, and I'm sure somebody who has um, studied traditional painting looks at this and they might go, "Oh my God, like he's making a lot of mistakes." Like I don't know, it just feels right to me for the moment. The thing about digital is that you can like cancel strokes. It's easy to. So I rather work on the first on the shadows than on the. Uh, so what I'll do is I'll also go in now for some darker, even darker shadows. So down to here. Like sometimes it's really hard to actually sit down, but once you've like sat down and started something, and then like the colors or the images, the values, they start to um, they actually like like not force you, but like they inspire you to move forward and then do something with it, like whether it's right or not. Like it's it's like it's really pleasing to. Oh, wait, I think I need to put the battery. Laptop is losing battery. I just hope my phone has enough battery. Okay. Okay. So it's October, so you can go check out my account, Sketchman, uh, at Sketchman underscore Boris on Instagram. I'm doing my part in joining the challenge. So as I'm recording this, this is day 8, it's 8th of October. Maybe I'm just complicating this too much. Let's try, well, let's try some highlights. Um, okay. But if I change this to add, so I just chose a white color, and then I just reduce the opacity of the layer for the highlight to 53%. I don't know, just I'm just doing, I'm just trying. And then I turn the type of layer to from normal to add. And for shadows, normally you can do that with multiply mode. So I'm using this watercolor brush because when I use like an opaque brush to draw a skin tone, or like especially when I'm drawing a person, it just looks too plasticky. So and I don't like that thing. So that's why. So I'm going to add now layer for the hair. And I'm going to switch to the pencil back, and then for the lighter pencil. So what I usually do is I'll just again also so I'm revealing the revealing little by little, like the strands of hair. Yeah, I'll just use that to create that. Sometimes that's, I took the to sort of um, remove that hard edge. I just go in with the blend tool, um, like a blending brush. Um, so for the hair, I use this in the blending brush tool. I have this thing called fingertip, which actually sort of, let's go to the hair. It's sort of, like it. I like this effect on the hair. Well, this is not working because usually I use it for like the highlight on the hair in my pinup art, but here it's not working. So I think, yeah, I think I've. So how long has it been? It's been like less than 30 minutes. So I just, put together like quickly like a sketch study. I think so. I think in terms of likeness, I think I almost got it, except for the fact that I think this. So if I self-criticize myself, which I think everybody should, like I think the lower jaw is a little bit coming forward, so I think it should be like a little bit go backward if I were really precise. And also I think the eyes is too open. She just looks more surprised actually in my drawing than she is in the picture. And some other stuff is that I think um, basically the darker shadows I think I could go even a little bit darker. So okay, let's just try. Like here, for example, it's really dark. Like, and so I'm just using the black brush to darken. So I just got these. Hmm? I just got the tablet like 2 weeks ago, so I'm still like getting used to it, like especially the hotkeys and so on. As you, I don't know, you might have noticed that I reach over to the laptop for the keyboard keys. Um, so yeah, I think not to keep you waiting for more, but that's basically what I wanted to do for like a shadow study. So now maybe if I go back to that fingertip tool and then use that for the hair, it will create that sort of, it's very subtle, but it's just, maybe if I reduce a little bit the opacity. Yeah, so there you have it.